Hello fashion lovers, welcome again to my YouTube channel. It's super exciting to have you back on my channel. So today I will be teaching you on how to draft this jumpsuit with elastic on the waist, drawstrings by the shoulder, zipper behind and two side pockets. If this is what you love to learn, so let's get right into the tutorial. So basically you need all your measurement tools, your Ankara, your scissors, your ruler, your tape and your chalk. Now I'm going to be folding the fabric to accommodate my hip and some extra inches. So my hip divided by 4 is 11. I'm going to be adding 2.5 inches extra for my crochet extension. Then I can add at least 4 inches for the wideness of the pant. So altogether I will be using about 14 to 15 inches. Next I'll be coming down by 1 inch, as you can see. Now this is going to be serving as my starting line or my waistline. I'm going to be connecting the line like this. Next is I'm going to be marking now my waist to my hip. My waist to hip is about 10 inches. I'm also going to be marking on the other end so that I can have a straight line. If you have been on my channel for a while, you should understand this particular method that I'm drafting for my trouser. Next is my cross line. My cross line is usually 2.75, 3 inches. But for the sake of the jumpsuit, I'm going to be using 4.5. That's extra 1.5 inches, right? Because it's a jumpsuit. I'm going to be marking it on the other end, 4.5, and I'm going to be ruling through the lines. Next, I'm going to be determining the length of this jumpsuit, and the full entire Ankara is very okay for me. So as you can see, I've marked out my 14 inches. That is inclusive of my allowance. My hip divided by 4 is 11. I added at 3 inches allowance. Then the remaining is going to be serving as my crotch extension. So whatever I got on the waist, I'm going to be marking it down to the crotch extension so I can have my straight line. Then I'll go ahead and mark out my 2.5 inches for my crotch extension. You might be asking how I got my crotch extension. My crotch extension is my hip divided by my actual hip divided by 4, then it's 11, then 11 divided by 4, it will give you 2.5 and some fraction. That's what you're going to be doing. Okay, I'm going to be blending the curve in like you just saw me do. Now whatever I have from my hip, also my crotch extension is 16. Like the entire, I'm going to mark it down 16, and I'm going to be ruling a straight line since it's a wide leg pant. So that's basically what I did over there. I took the measurement for the entire crotch area. I got 16. I'm marking it down all the way, and I'm going to be cutting all the way. I'll open up the sides like that. Then next is I'm going to be folding the fabric again so I can cut out my back pattern of this pant. Now the back pattern of the pant, the sides are the same, but the crotch extension area, that's the only difference. You add your XX there. Now as you can see, I extended the crotch extension and I came down from that crotch extension by ½ inch, right? And I'm still going ahead to mark my 2.5 crotch extension. 2.5 inches crotch extension. I'll go also to the crotch area and mark out my 2.5, then blend in from the crotch extension into the center front of the pant. Now this is my center back. Okay, so whatever I have on my crotch extension for the barras 2.5, I'm going to mark it all the way down to the trouser length. Sorry, my camera is not showing that area. Next is I'm going to be placing or marking out where my zipper is going to sit. Now I came down by 1.5. I came down by 7 inches, sorry. Then I'm going to be marking 1 inch for my zipper allowance, and I'm going to connect it like this. Hope you understand. And I'm going out to cut. Watch the way I cut out. So that excess there is my zipper allowance, and I'm going to trim on the sides. So we have our back and our front trouser. Next, I'm going to be folding my fabric because I want to draft out my front pattern of the top. Now because that front is going to have a drawstrings, I'm going to be chalking down at least 1.5 inches down. Now that's my starting point. I'll go ahead now and mark out my top length. The top length for this particular tutorial, I'm going to be using 18.5, right? That half inch is going to be serving as my joining allowance. So go ahead and mark out your waist to your hip, but add at least 1 inch or or half inch for your allowance. Next is I'm going to be marking my shoulder. My shoulder divided by 2 is 8. Then from that shoulder measurement, I'm going to be marking down the length of my sleeve. So the length of my sleeve is about 15, right? I marked it down. Then next is my neck width, 3.5 for my neck width. Then because this is the back neck width length, I'm going to be marking 1.5, as you can see. Then I'm going to draw a curve around it. That's my round neck. So from that, my sleeve length, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch, and I'll connect that 1 inch to my neck line. That is my slanted shoulder. So from that 1 inch I came down, I'm going to be coming down by 12 inches for my sleeve opening, and that sleeve opening is also going to be serving as my bust line or my chest line. Okay, then on that chest line, I'm going to be marking my bust measurement divided by 4. Then I'll add 4 inches allowance. Yeah, seam allowance. You can do more than if you want the elastic to be full, like if you want the gather effect of the elastic to be full. Whatever I marked on my bust measurement, that's what I'm going to be marking on my waist measurement, because we're going to be using what elastic on the waist, right? So I'm going to make a slight curve around that region, right? Then I'm going to be drawing a straight line on the sleeve opening area. So for the drawstrings, I would be marking out 1 inch allowance. So go ahead and mark your 1 inch allowance, just the way you're seeing me mark my 1 inch allowance. Now that's going to serve as our drawstring allowance. Okay, go ahead now and cut out. So I'm placing that front pattern on the back because I want to cut out the back pattern. The back pattern has a zipper or a zip allowance, anyone. So from that place, I'm marking out for my center front, I'm marking out 1 inch for my zipper allowance, and I'm going to connect with a straight line, right? And I'm going to be cutting out, but I'm not done yet. I don't want my zipper area to bulge, so I want to eliminate zipper bulge, right? About 50%. So from that part where my center front is, I'm going to be marking it down, right? I'm removing it. That's like my zipper allowance. So I'm from that center back, I'm going to coming in by 0.75. But first I'll rule out my zipper allowance, my initial zipper allowance that I marked out. So this is my initial zipper allowance. I'm going to connect that 0.75 back to my initial zipper allowance. That's my center back. Now when I'm done connecting, we now have a new center back for the back pattern. I'll go ahead now and mark my zipper allowance, which is 1 inch. Now if you notice this, it is not straight, it is not slanted, right? So this will help eliminate your bulge, zipper bulge. I went ahead now to notch every area, zipper allowance and the allowance for the drawstrings, so that I know where to stop and start, right? So I've gone ahead now to mark out or cut out my drawstrings. What I did was cut out cut out 2 inches, and I folded half inch and fold it together, then sew just the way you've seen me. Next, you're going to be sewing your trouser with half an inch, the flap area or the crush area, center front or center back, anyhow here. So this is the top part. I went ahead to press, so I will have a line, as you can see. That's the zipper area for the back. I went ahead to press so that I will have a line that I will follow, right? So I'm going to bring the front of this dress, and I'm going to be placing the front and the back over it. So this is the front. I'm going to be placing the front side. Make sure that the zipper area, they are matching out, right? So that is it. I will sew on that line I ironed. I'm done sewing, and this is what it looks like exactly. I'm done sewing this particular top. So this is where the drawstrings allowance is. But before we go through the drawstring, I'm going to be altering the front part of this neck, because the dress is a V neck dress. I came down by 4 or 5 inches, and I'm going to use my ruler to make out my the V shape of this neck. Yes, this is it, and I'm going to be cutting out. That's a V-neck. So you can use your facing to turn the face. You can also use your bias. So I'm going to be using my bias. This is my back pattern. I'm done, and I'm going to be showing how it looks like. And this is my front pattern. I'm done, and I'm also going to be showing what it looks like. Now this front pattern, I'm going to bring in my front pattern of my top. The middle part, I've already ironed, so I know my middle parts with my lines. So I'll use the middle parts to match up with the center front of the trouser, then pin and sew on it 1/2 inch. The same thing for the back. You look for the zipper area of the back trouser and match up with the zipper allowance for the front top, right? It has to match up. Then sew 1/2 inch on both sides. The same thing you did on that edge, did on the end. So I'm done, and this is what it looks like. Okay, that's the zipper area. Now this is the drawstring. I want you to pay close attention, right? Before you close up everything, you should leave at least an allowance at the end, right? So you fold the sleeve differently on the hem. Fold it straight differently on the hem. When you're done folding, you bring them together. When you're done folding the both sides, you bring them together, sew it completely, then go ahead and top stitch on the allowance. I don't know if you follow. So now I'm done sewing the hem, right? I want to close up everything entirely, the entire sleeve. I'm going to be closing up like this, right? Then when I'm done closing up, it is going to lay flat again, and I'm going to stop stitch on top, and this now forms my drawstrings casing. Okay, it is very easy. Now this is the drawstrings I'm using 4, so 2 on one end and 2 on the other end. So I just fix it inside the casing like this, right? I turn it over and fix it using safety pin. So don't close up the neckline yet with your facing. You have to put your drawstring first before you close up. So when you get to that point, you're going to top stitch, but you can do the other side of the drawstrings. As you can see, I'm fixing the other drawstrings. So when you get to the end part of the neck, you just stitch both of them together like this. So I'm done with both sides, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead now and fix or turn my neckline with the bias. You can go ahead and use your facing if you want. Then I'm going to flip over to shaping my dress. I shaped it with 1/2 inch. You can go ahead and shape with whatever you left for your allowance. Then I'll go to the crush area, bring them together, the back and the front. Make sure they are aligning. Sew 1/2 inch all the way from bottom to the other end. So I'm done, and this is what it looks like. So I'll turn the back of my jumpsuit from my zipper allowance. I'm going to be placing this bias that I folded 1/2 inch on both sides, then fold the tip like this. Then I'm going to be placing that on like 2 inches out. We left 1 inch for zip, so I'm going to be placing it away 2 inches on both ends, right, on my waist part of this jumpsuit. So I'm placing it just the way you see me do, just on the middle part, like on the middle part of my waistline. I came out by 2 inches and placing the band. I will sew on one end and sew on the other end all through the waist part right? So the opening there, that's where I'm going to be fixing my 1 inch elastic, right? I'm going ahead now to fix it just the way you're seeing me do. You're going to be taking your time to fix out this elastic because you don't want it to be twisting inside. So you have to take your time to fix it. And when you're done, just at the end, you are going to stitch that area. So I'm done stitching the area and this is what it looks like. So next, I'm going to be fixing my zip. Remember I ironed a part, so I'm going to be placing my zip on that part and stitch down. So it's the right side of the zip facing the right side of the dress. I'll place it sew one side like this and flip it over, then sew the other side. And when I'm done, I'm just going to go ahead and hem the allowance of this my jumpsuit, and that will be all. I'll be showing you what this dress looks like. Then I forgot to show you this the pocket. What I did was from the waist allowance, from the waist area, I came down by 2 inches. I sewed the 2 inches, right? 2 inches. Then from that 2 inches, my pocket opening is about 7 inches, right? So it's not difficult, you can do it. And this is what my dress looks like. This is the drawstrings or the rushed sleeve or rushed shoulder, any way you want to call it. This is beautiful, really beautiful. If you'll be trying this, let me know in the comment section. And if this has been helpful to you, please just drop a comment in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel for more sewing content. If this is your first time of seeing me or meeting any of my tutorial, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like again and subscribe. It's your girl Florence, and I'll be telling you this again. Bye.